Hi, today I'm going to explain about Foundation Level 2 C3 class Dodge Game. In this class, students will be introduced to the concept of moving an actor in different directions and touch event. The goal of this class is to create a dodge game wherein the Corvia's dragon dodges the monster bird to reach the knight. So teachers, please explain these blocks which are used in today's class. Point towards mouse pointer. It points an actor towards the specified direction. When false occurs, it runs the code attached to this block when the specified event occurs. Touching mouse pointer. It identifies whether the actor is touching the specified parameter. Hide. It makes an actor disappear from the stage. Switch to background. It changes the background to the specified background. Teachers use these vocabularies while you're explaining in the class. So now open the slides and start the session with a quick revision of what they have learned in the previous class and introduce the class narrative. So in the last class, we have already learned about the mystical gem, wherein the gem changes its looks whenever it is clicked. So now the dragon has collected this gem and needs to get it to safety. But on the way, the monster bird is chasing the dragon because it is after the gemstone. So we need to help the dragon escape from the monster bird and reach the knight safely. Now, ask the student to explore this activity and share their observations. Teachers, please don't forget to send the request to students for the screen share. So now play this game and make the student to move the dragon with the mouse. So when the dragon touches the monster bird, it shows the game over. So then stop this and then ask the student again to move the dragon with the mouse and make him reach the knight safely. And show this you did it. So after this, stop the screen share of the students and go back to the slides and ask the students what did you observe. So here you have an animation. So wait until this animation is completed. Here dragon moves with the mouse and then monster bird follows the dragon, and when the dragon touches the monster bird, it will display you lose screen. That is game over. Yeah. So then next dragon reaches the knight safely and then it shows you win screen. That is you did it. So after this, I ask the student to identify the game elements here. So the first one is the dragon, second is the monster bird, and the third one is a knight. And then fourth is the goal to touch the knight. So game rules. Discuss this with the students, the win and lose condition of the game. So here when the dragon touches the monster bird, it is the lose condition. So when dragon touches the knight, it is the win condition. So tell the students that we have 3 missions to complete this game. So here let's start with the mission 1, create the chase. So we're going to create a chase for dragon and then the monster bird. So identify the actors in 2 visuals. So in the first visual, actor is a gem, and in the second visual, dragon, monster bird and knight. So tell the student that a game can have 1 or more actors. So how do the actors move? So the gem moves back and forth, and here the dragon follows the mouse pointer and monster bird follows the dragon. So start with this teacher activity here, and teachers, please share your screen with the students doing this activity. Yeah. Now here we are going to create a chase for the dragon and the monster bird. So, but first try your code what is given here and show how the dragon has given an animation of fly. And then come back to the activity and then ask the student, is the dragon moving forward? Then it is no. So tell the students that to move the dragon, we need to take a move pixel and put it above the weight block. And then select here 30 pixels. Okay. Then we can just play this and see what is happening. So the dragon is moving up. So as a student, why is the dragon not following the mouse pointer? Okay. Because it is not pointing towards the mouse pointer. So then take this point towards and put it above the move block and use here the mouse pointer. So teachers, make sure you're taking point towards above the move block. So yeah. Now let's run and see the code. So now the dragon is moving along with the mouse pointer. So then stop this here. So this is how we are moving the dragon. So now we need to make the same chase for even the monster bird. Okay. And here we are going to introduce the backpack section. Here, backpack section helps us to copy the code from one actor and paste it in the other actor. So here we need to copy this complete code in the backpack section. So just drag this code and put it in the backpack section and it will get copied. So then come back to the monster bird and then open the backpack section and just drag this code to the coding area. So this is how we can copy paste the coding. So then now change the values here for the point towards. So the monster bird will be pointing towards the dragon and then we need to create a chase here. So the monster bird will be always chasing dragon. So that is nothing but the monster bird should be behind the dragon. So we need to give the move pixel value less than the dragon value. So I'm going to give here 20 pixels. So now let's try this code and see how the dragon and the monster birds are moving. So here, yeah, the dragon is moving with the mouse pointer and the monster bird is chasing the dragon. Then stop this. And then now just have a quick revision of the backpack, what you have learned here. So backpack allows you to save code and reuse it in different projects or actors. So how to use a backpack? So click on the backpack section. So then drag the code and put it inside the backpack section. So then go back to the actor where you want to paste the code. And then again drag and drop the code from the backpack section to the monster bird coding area. So then change the values properly. So ask the student to start with an activity and also request for the screen share. So now the same thing as we mentioned in the teacher activity. So just take the move pixels and give the pixel value as 30 and then take a point towards the mouse pointer and then copy this to the backpack section. Okay, so drag and drop this and then go back to the monster bird and then open the backpack and just drag this code here. Okay, and then change the values properly. So it is pointing towards dragon and then move pixels should be 20. So then ask the students to play this and see how the dragon and monster bird is moving. Then ask the student to save this code and then stop sharing the student screen and then move on with the slides. So congratulate the student for completing the mission 1. So now let's move on to the mission 2, but we'll have a quick revision. So here Using the point towards mouse pointer and move 10 pixel blocks to move the actors where needed. Then ask this question to the student, which code block will help the dog chase the bone? So here point towards bone will help the dog to catch the bone. So that is option B. So then ask the student that we are going to start with the mission 2, where you're going to create the monster catches the dragon. So here, whenever the monster bird catches the dragon, it shows the game over. So what happens when the dragon touches the monster bird? So it shows the game over. So here two things are going to happen when the monster bird touches the dragon. So one is dragon disappears and the second is background changes. So next, tell them about the event and action, what you are using there. So event is when touching and action happening is dragon disappears and background changes. So event is nothing but touching block which identifies where an actor touches the another actor. So to check if the event of dragon is touching monster bird, we need to take when false occurs and touching monster bird. Now action, what is taking place here is we lose the game when the dragon touches the monster bird. So first it is going to hide the dragon and then switch the background to the game over. So start with the teacher activity here and share your screen with the students. So now let's see how we can make the monster catching the dragon. So when false occurs, it is going to touch the monster bird. Okay, so then we need to switch the background to the loose screen. Okay, and then we need to hide the dragon. So just play this and show that if dragon is touching monster bird, it shows the game over. Then come back to the slides and ask the student to do the same activity. So send the request for the students to share the screen and do the same thing here. When false occurs, touching the monster bird and then switch the background to loose screen and then hide the dragon. So then you can just play this and show them how the game over is going to occur. Then ask the student to save this and come back to the slides. So then congratulate the student for completing the mission 2. And then now we are going to start with the mission 3. So here dragon reaches the knight safely and it shows you did it. So what happens in the win condition? So there are two things happening. First is dragon disappears and second is background changes to win screen. So let's see what is the code we are using here. So when dragon touching the knight occurs, so we are hiding the actor and we are switching the background. So ask the student to do this activity and send the request for screen share. So then here do the same coding. When false occurs, it is touching the so it is going to touch the knight. Okay, so choose the knight and then switch the background to the win condition. Okay, and then we are going to hide the dragon. So then we can just play this and see the code. When it is reaching the knight safely, it shows the you did it. So then ask the students to save this code and come back to the slides. So congratulate the student for completing the mission 3. So then ask this question to the student, on which event does the background change? So this is touching event. So when the dog touches the bone, it shows the background change. So then on which event does the dragon jump? So it is on when actor clicked. So that is option D. So congratulations for completing the Dodge game using events. We'll have a quick revision. So the point towards block is used to make an actor point towards the mouse pointer, and point towards actor is to make an actor point towards another actor, and when touching block is help to check the touching event to occur. So hide is used to hide the actor and switch the background. Changes the background. So we identify that one actor touching another actor using the touching block. So you can either make it touching monster bird, or you can also make it as touching dragon. Both are same. So we code in the dragon actor coding area because a dragon is touching here the monster bird, and we are going to hide the dragon. So let's add a background music to our game. So that's the first additional activity here. So we are going to add the music in the stage. So just drag this on start and then place this play sound and use the adventure theme. Then start playing this and you can listen to the music. Then ask the student to save this and come back to the next one. So here, whenever the dragon touches the edges, the game is over. So start with the additional activity 2. So then we are going to code for when dragon is touching the edges. So it will stop all the game. So then ask the student to play and see and make the dragon touch the edges. So it will stop the game. Ask the student to save this and come back to the slides. So tell the students that today's project is create a candy chase game where Cody is touching the candy, then it shows the background screen as munch. So then create an excitement in the student that in the next class they are going to code a forest maze for the night using key press events. And then this is all about the today's class, teachers. So in order to deliver the great class, teachers please practice the activities before going to the class so that you'll be confident enough to deliver it to your students. All the best, teachers. Thank you.